folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. In today's video, we're going to be covering Battle for Azeroth 8.2 patch and 4 unique features that they're going to add to the game. Now, I'm going to be using the public test realm for this video to get the point across so we could actually dive deeper into each one of these implements if you are planning on playing the PTR or when the game actually goes live, 8.2. Now, I am playing the Alliance side during this video, so we will be seeing more of the NPCs, the starting zones, and things of that nature from the Alliance view. But a lot of the things that I'm going to be discussing in today's video is definitely going to work for both factions. So this will not be an action-packed video. It's mainly just me going over this new information, so it's going to be showing you guys the menus, the implements, and exactly what's actually involved as far as getting this video completed. I've had a tough time making this video because, again, there's not too much information out there on wowhead and a lot of the legitimate websites that we actually use for playing this game. I'm sure once the game goes live, then there will be tons of internet information covering Battle for Azeroth 8.2. I also want to stress too that any of these things can change because we're on the public test realm. So as far as NPCs in the game, little small locations like that, I'm sure will change when the game actually goes live. So when you first actually log into the game for the public test realm, if you're interested in playing the public test realm, or when the game actually goes live, you're going to be faced again with a new main quest line. And that new main quest line did start off for me in Stormwind for the Alliance side. I had to go speak to the king, and that pretty much kicked in the new quest line for Battle for Azeroth 8.2. And the words you're going to be hearing me say a lot in this video is PTR, Public Test Realm, 8.2, blah, 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 because that's actually what we're covering in today's video. So, now here we are now back at Borealis Harbor. And Borealis Harbor is still going to be, of course, the main hub for all this because it is Battle for Azeroth. So once you do complete that main storyline quest, I recommend the next thing that we want to do now is start working on our reps for Pathfinder 2. Reps in Pathfinder 2 is really the only thing that we actually have to do. I think Blizzard realized that they don't want too much of a grind fest for Pathfinder 2, so they kind of made it now where we just need to worry about the new 2 areas that's added to the game now, which we're going to take a closer look at, and basically just go out there, do those quest lines, and you will see your reputation going up by doing so. So now if we open up my character information panel here, and we actually click on reputation, we're going to see now that I do have 2 new reputations added to my game now. And we could see that they are starting to go up. I just went out there and did a handful of quests to make sure everything was working properly, and it is. And these are the 2 main zones now that we're actually going to be dealing with for Battle for Azeroth 8.2. Once you get these up to revered status, you should now be able to complete Pathfinder 2, and you should now be able to fly using your flying mounts. Of course, once Pathfinder 1 is also completed too. Now on the PTR, they do make things more simplified for us because we don't have the time like we do on the live game. So once you actually progress a little bit into the game, you're going to be given on the Alliance side anyway. Sorry, I don't have this information for the Horde. Here's the guy that we could speak to right now on the public test realm that can now take us out to Nazjatar. And then when you first come in as an Alliance player on Borealis Harbor, right near the flight guy, there's going to be an NPC here. You're going to speak to him, and he's going to get you going with Megagon. So that's how you're going to be able to start going out to Megagon and starting to do those quests. He's not showing for me now because I've already done that. And then once you've done all that, we can now speak to the flight master once you've been out to Megagon, and you will be given now flight point. Nazjatar, on the other hand, does not really show up right now in PTR on the world map. I've looked everywhere on the world map and it does not show up. The closest I could get to is that if we actually open this up, it is located underwater near the Maelstrom. So if we actually click into this, we still see that it does not show up on the map yet. But it is located somewhere around here. I'm sure that this is all gonna probably be fixed when patch 8.2 actually goes live. So it's located somewhere around here. If we also open up our quest log and we click on a quest here from Nazjatar, it's now going to show us the actual map for Nazjatar, and we could see that it's still kind of buggy looking. It's not polished yet. We could see it's blotchy and blocky looking, and I think that that's part of the reason why we're not seeing this actually on the world map at this given time for the public test realm. So now let's go out there and give it a look. Now, there will be some spoilers in this video. It's impossible to make a video without spoilers, but it's not going to be major spoilers. I'm not going to be showing you guys any cutscenes, any major quest lines as far as that goes. You're just going to be seeing basically the two new areas. So to get started with your quest lines, you just come here, and these guys are going to have all your quest lines for the Alliance side. I'm sure for the Horde side, yours is going to be located somewhere out here in this area. Just start picking up these quest lines, and you should start to see now that the reputation is going to start going up as you start handing in those quests. Now, in the public test realm, there is no contracts in the auction house. There's nothing in the auction house, but I'm sure once the game goes live, you'll be able to get contracts once players start making those and they start putting them in the auction house. So I highly recommend getting contracts for doing the reputation grind as we know of since Legions and Battle for Azeroth. So this is a little look. I know it's not really like a high point, so we can't really see too well. But this is basically, you know, without showing too much, this is basically what Nazjatar looks like. This camp that we're at right now is actually called Mesomere for the Alliance side. These guys right here will give you bodyguards. So you do get companions when you come out here to do quests with. The one I used was fantastic. He was doing some magic. See, and I'm a warrior. I like using bodyguards that have magical abilities. It just gives us more flexibility, and he was even giving me some heals. So if I click on this guy, you could pick any one of these three. I pick him right there. And now I'm given a bodyguard, and I'm jealous of him because he's already got a flying mount that he's able to use. so yeah, you can get bodyguards out here. So that's just a fast sneak peek of Nazjatar. But in the reputation panel, not to confuse anybody, it's actually under this name right here called, which I cannot pronounce for the life of me. It seems like it's called Ancon or Anconian. That's actually part of this reputation, which is Nazjatar. For the Megacon, it's actually under Rustbolt. So Rustbolt Resistance is the one you want to fill up reputation-wise to get the Megacon quest line done. Let's take a closer look at the actual Pathfinder itself, just to show you that it is indeed in the game. So if we go to Exploration, we go down to Battle for Azeroth, and we go down a little more, we're going to see that Pathfinder 2, there it is, and those are the only two requirements needed, as I mentioned earlier. Now we're going to see right here, if you do log into the PTR, don't freak out. Pathfinder 1 on my character on the live game is completed. It just doesn't carry over into the PTR when you make a copy tune, so keep that in mind. Here we are back at Borrowless Harbor, and now we're going to take a flight over to Megagon. I'm going to give that place a look. So this is one we could fly to now. And here we are. So this is our new area called Megagon. And let's just mount up here. And the main camp for the Alliance should be right up this path here. And it's called Rustbolt. So this is your main hub right here for this area. This is where you're going to find your quartermasters. This is where you're going to get most of your main quest lines from, so on and so forth. And this vendor right here, this big robot looking guy, his name is Pascal, I think is his name. he carries a few little neat things, and one of it is this piece right here, which is an item level of 395, which is pretty good. And I guess you just need to collect these regions right here, and then once you get these regions right here by just exploring, you then can get this. And what this is going to do is that's going to turn into a powerful ring or trinket. So ring and trinkets right now in this game are pretty rare to get at that item level, so this is a great way of actually getting a real nice trinket or ring. And then he also has scrap grenades. They don't do much. Throw them at something, and it does like 12,000 damage. Right up here somewhere, actually back this way a little more, and up here is going to be the quartermaster for us both. And we could see the different things now that he carries. So basically for this area, just like Najata, you're going to want to do all the quests, get that reputation up to revered, where now you should now be able to complete Pathfinder 2. Okay, next on our list, we're actually going to cover now the new change that they made to the Heart of Azeroth system. So now if we open up our character information pane and we see right here, Heart of Azeroth, we're going to now give this a right click and we're going to see this new addition now. This new little map here kind of looks like a galaxy type layout or whatever you want to call it. And it rides on this single line schematic. So basically what we're looking at here is, and I do have another video which I will somehow put in the description of this video or whatnot, of a more breakdown exactly how this system all works. But I'll go over it roughly right now. What we're looking at right here is 3 main nodes or slots. These are minor slots on the outside, and the one in the center is your major slot. If we look at the line here, we're going to see these little like nodes in between. These are just stamina buffs. As you progress with your Heart of Azeroth level-wise, and this line matures, it's now going to open up these little stamina increases by 3%. The center one is going to hold what we call essences, and what you're going to get in the game by doing all different kinds of things: PvP, PvE, dungeons, raids, arenas, or whatnot. You're going to be able to, in actual major quest lines and world quests, you're going to be given some essences. And essences kind of work like gems would or enchants and along that nature, but a lot more powerful. And so if we look at some of them, we're going to see that they actually have a major power and a minor power. Now this one right here has both. It has a major power and a minor power. The minor power at the bottom is passive. So whenever you equip this, it's going to give you an extra ability now for your character, and it's going to be passive. On the top is a major power, which a lot of those are active powers. So you're going to have to keybind them, put them in your bars, whatnot, and you'll be able to use that ability now. Now the difference between the slots right here is if you put one of these that's got both major and minor in the center, you're going to be able to use both. So it's going to have a passive ability plus an active ability. If you put these on the 2 side ones, it's only going to activate the passive, the minor power. You won't be able to use your active powers on the side slots. And that's a rough down of exactly how the new Heart of Azeroth system is going to work. They're pretty powerful essences, depending on how far you get in the game, is going to give you the most powerful essences, and this is a new system I think that we're really looking forward to. So again, this is the new Heart of Azeroth system for Battle for Azeroth patch 8.2. I almost did forget how to get this. Is once you come to MegaCon and you start going through some of the quest lines, that's going to open it up now where you should be able to have the new Heart of Azeroth system added to your game. Next on the list, we're going to cover the new trinket system called the pocket-sized computation. Now what this is, and again, it is given to you once you actually complete a few quests. Most of them are in MegaCon for a lot of these new systems. So now if we actually open up my character information pane again, and we actually look right down here, we're going to see that I do indeed have equipped my pocket-sized computation device. Now what this is going to do is that this is item level 385 at this given time, and it's going to have 3 slots on it. And these slots hold what we call punch cards. And these punch cards, again, just like anything else in the game, is going to give you more abilities and traits that you can use now for your actual character. So how you definitely get these is once you actually get the pocket-sized computation, different NPCs and different things that you do in the game is going to reward you with those punch cards. Once you actually get your rep up to a certain point, you could talk to, like, say, this guy right here who's the quartermaster of Rustbolt. And here's a punch card right here. This is a red punch card that you could get once you're actually revered, and this is going to give you a blast that's going to deal 114 damage every 0.5 seconds for 2.5 seconds. So this is one sample of one of those punch cards that you could actually harness now and put inside of that slot for your pocket-sized computation device. I think this is a pretty cool, unique trinket system, so we'll see how that works out once the game actually goes live in patch 8.2. Last and next thing that we're going to cover now in today's video is what they did for the mount system, the mounts in the game, which is pretty unique. So let's take a look at our collections tab here. And this is our mounts right here in this list, obviously. Right down here, we're going to notice something different now in 8.2. They added a slot. And what this slot's going to do is that you could come across different mount equipment slots, or whatever you want to call them, and you put them in here, and it's going to give that special ability now to all your mounts that's in your list. I thought it was for each individual one, but it works for all the mounts that you have in your list, I guess even flyers. And I'm going to demonstrate that in just a couple of seconds so we could see the difference between each mount. Now, the one that they're talking about and giving us right now, and the PTR, it's pretty much mailed to you when you actually log into the game. And this actually makes it where your water stride is going to go RIP or retired. It's going to give any mount now the ability to walk on water. So let's see if it works. All right, for this demonstration, I'm going to use the big mammoth. If a mammoth could walk on water, anything can, right? And there we go. So we could see, indeed, he is definitely walking on water. And just to see really how deep this water is, let's see if we dismount from him. So we could see that this water is actually very deep. Now, if we go back up here, we're going to try it with another mount and see if it works for the other mount. So let's get on a Ruby Panther. And we could definitely see that we're definitely walking on water. Or riding on water, I should say. So this is a great addition to our mount collection. It's going to be interesting to see if they actually come out with different versions of different other implements that we could add to our mounts that would give them different abilities. Or if it's just going to be this water walking one. So we'll soon find out once the patch goes live in 8.2. So these are the 4 major things I wanted to cover in today's video, guys. I know it's not a very active video, so it does cover 4 important changes that we are going to see in patch 8.2. So I hope this video helped you. And again, sub up for more future videos. I will be playing a lot of Classic WoW, guys. So when Classic WoW comes out, I will be doing a lot of coverage about that game. Plus, I know a lot more about the older game than I do this game. I'll be truthfully honest with you. So, anyways, thanks for watching Wise Gamer. Feel free to sub up, comment down below, and we'll catch you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.